They were born into greatness before they even kicked a ball. Their fathers ruled football's biggest stages: Messi, Ronaldo, Beckham, Neymar, Ronaldinho, Rooney. But what happens when your surname is already written in history books? Does the name open every door or lock you in a shadow you can never escape? For these kids, talent isn't the only thing they're judged by. It's the legacy stitched onto their shirts. Every pass, every goal, every mistake compared to the best their fathers ever did. Some grew up surrounded by fame and fortune, others by endless pressure to be perfect. And now the world is watching to see which of them will rise above the name and which will crumble under it. So, let's analyze them. Number 1. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. When your father is the most disciplined athlete in football history, expectations don't come knocking, they arrive roaring. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. has lived inside that spotlight since the day he was born. Cameras followed his first kick, his first academy match, and even his school trips. Every move has been studied, measured, and compared to his father's path. Born in California in 2010, he grew up traveling through the biggest football cities in the world: Madrid, Turin, Manchester, Riyadh, always training wherever his father played. His first taste of competition came in Juventus's youth academy, where he reportedly scored over 50 goals in his debut season. Coaches admired his natural power, confident touch, and determination, traits that felt familiar to anyone who'd seen his father train. When Cristiano Sr. signed for Al Nassr in 2023, the family relocated again, and Junior joined the club's under-15 setup. There he continued to impress, tall, composed, and clearly absorbing the lessons of elite football from a young age. He always stands out not only for his physical maturity, but also for the calm confidence he carries on the ball, something that speaks of years spent learning inside professional dressing rooms. Yet what defines Cristiano Jr. isn't only the pressure around him, it's the access he has to one of the greatest minds in football. Training alongside his father means absorbing world-class habits daily. Early mornings, structured routines, disciplined diets, and constant repetition. His father has admitted he keeps a close eye on Junior's attitude, reminding him that talent means little without obsession. At just 15, he already understands what separates good from great. He's strong, fast, and technically sharp, but his biggest challenge is consistency. The world doesn't expect him to be good, they expect him to be extraordinary. He is still writing the first pages of his story. Whether it ends in stadium lights or simply a quiet love for the game, he's already living a childhood shaped by greatness. One goal, one headline, and one lesson at a time. Number 2. Kai Rooney. He grew up surrounded by trophies, headlines, and a surname every football fan knows. His father, Wayne Rooney, went from the streets of Croxteth to the bright lights of Old Trafford, a player built on raw passion and fearless energy. Kai's path has been different, yet his drive shows the same spark that made his dad unforgettable. He joined Manchester United's academy in 2020 at just 11 years old and quickly stood out for his technical confidence and powerful build. Coaches praised his maturity on the ball and his ability to lead from the front. Over the years, he's become one of United's most talked about youth players, known for his balance, finishing, and composure in big games. In 2025, Kai made headlines after scoring a solo goal in a youth match against Real Sociedad, and then striking the winner in the under-15 Floodlit Cup North final. The goal went viral, a blend of strength, timing, and control that felt almost familiar to anyone who'd watched his father at the same age. Unlike Wayne, whose early career was surrounded by chaos and pressure, Kai has grown in a calmer environment. He's had the guidance, structure, and support his father once lacked, giving him a clearer path toward a professional future. He's still in the academy, still learning and still growing, but the signs are there. The determination, the fight, the instinct to score. All the things that made the name Rooney feared on the pitch. For Kai, the legacy isn't a burden, it's a blueprint. Number 3. Thiago Messi. He didn't choose football, it was already waiting for him. From the moment he could walk, the world expected him to follow in the footsteps of the man who defined an era. When your father has 8 Ballon d'Ors and a World Cup to his name, the pressure starts long before your first match. Thiago was born in 2012 during Lionel Messi's peak years at Barcelona. As his father conquered Europe, Thiago quietly began his own journey through the youth academies connected to Messi's career. First at La Masia in Spain, then PSG's setup in France, and now with Inter Miami's academy in the United States. Each move mirrored the next chapter of his father's career, and each one came with new expectations. At just 12, Thiago has already gone viral for moments that remind fans of a young Messi. Low center of gravity, quick turns, and an eye for goal. Earlier this year, he scored in the MIC Football 2025 tournament, a goal so clean and instinctive it had fans comparing it to his dad's signature style. Coaches describe him as focused and technically sharp, a player who understands space naturally. He wears the number 10 shirt, not for attention, but because it feels like home. His growth is steady, his talent undeniable, and his environment one of guidance rather than pressure. He's still years away from professional football, yet the foundations are being built in real time. For Thiago Messi, the question isn't whether he'll play the game, it's how far he'll take the family legacy when his own moment finally arrives. Number 4. Robinho Jr. For him, football runs deeper than fame. His father, Robinho, was once one of Brazil's brightest stars, a dribbling showman who made defenders lose balance with a single step. Yet his story turned dark, ending with a conviction that sent him to prison and left his son to grow up away from the father who once dazzled the world. In that void, a familiar figure stepped in, Neymar. Years earlier, when Neymar was just breaking through at Santos, Robinho had been his mentor, guiding him through Brazil's competitive youth football. Now, history has flipped, and Neymar is returning the favor by helping Robinho's son chase the dream his father couldn't finish. So, Robinho Jr. joined Santos' academy in 2022 at just 14 years old. The talent was obvious. Quick footwork, bold skills, and a confidence that made him stand out among his teammates. Coaches notice his flair right away. He plays with that old Brazilian rhythm, one-on-one dribbles, step-overs, and a fearless desire to entertain. At 17, he has already captured Brazil's attention. His story feels like a cycle completing itself. One generation falling, another trying to rise. For him, football is redemption, heritage, and the chance to restore a family name to something beautiful. But what about Neymar's son? 5. Davi Lucca. Born in August 2011 in Sao Paulo, Davi has spent much of his childhood between Brazil and Europe, following his father's career from Barcelona to Paris and now back to Santos. Despite the exposure to football from a young age, he's never shown the same ambition to pursue it professionally. While Neymar trained for trophies, Davi often preferred the sidelines, fetching water, laughing with teammates, or just enjoying time with his dad. He's been spotted at Santos' training sessions, kicking the ball around during warm-ups, yet those moments are more about bonding than ambition. Short videos of the two playing together have gone viral, often showing Neymar's signature tricks while Davi playfully tries to keep up. Off the pitch, Davi has developed a love for basketball, spending more time following NBA games than youth football matches. Despite the difference in their passions, their relationship remains strong. Neymar frequently shares photos of the two together, showing pride that extends beyond sport. Davi Lucca may not want to follow his father's career, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes the greatest legacy a parent can pass on isn't talent, it's freedom to choose your own path. Number 6. Daniel Maldini. In Italy, the name Maldini doesn't just belong to a family, it belongs to football itself. Daniel Maldini carries a legacy that stretches across 3 generations. From his grandfather Cesar to his father Paolo, 2 of the most respected defenders in history. For Daniel, football is a family tradition woven into his DNA. Born in 2001, Daniel joined AC Milan's academy at the age of 10. His progress through the youth ranks was steady, and by 2020, he had made his Serie A debut for the same club where his father and grandfather built their reputations. Unlike them, Daniel plays in a more attacking role, using his creativity and vision to influence games further up the pitch. He spent several seasons balancing between Milan's first team and loan spells designed to sharpen his game. In 2023, he moved to Monza, where his performances caught attention across Italy. That form earned him a permanent transfer to Atlanta in early 2025. At Atlanta, he found a team that values technical players who thrive in quick, fluid football. He's developing into a clever playmaker who reads the game with composure and confidence. Every time he steps on the pitch, the cameras pan to his father in the stands, quietly watching the next chapter of the Maldini story unfold. He knows the family name carries expectations, but he's proving that a legacy can evolve. The Maldini dynasty continues, this time with creativity where once there was defense. Number 7. Romeo Beckham. He grew up in a world where football and fame were already part of the family business. His father, David Beckham, built his career on relentless dedication, a player who turned free kicks into art and his name into a global brand. For Romeo, football was always within reach, yet the path ahead wasn't as straightforward as it looked. He began training seriously as a teenager and joined Arsenal's academy in 2014. The opportunity was huge, though his time there lasted only a year before the club released him. For a while, Romeo stepped away from the game completely, focusing on other interests while his father continued expanding his global influence. Years later, the spark returned. When David launched Inter Miami in the United States, Romeo reignited his passion for football, joining the club's reserve side, Inter Miami 2, in 2021. He played regularly in the US third tier, recording assists and gaining match experience before moving to Brentford B in England on a loan that later became permanent. His dedication improved, and he even scored a match-winning goal in the Middlesex Senior Cup. Still, the expectations tied to his last name followed everywhere. In 2024, he decided to leave professional football entirely, signing with a top Paris fashion agency. His story is different from many on this list. He didn't fall short of talent, he simply chose a different dream. Number 8. João Mendes. His father, Ronaldinho, was the entertainer of a generation, a player whose smile and creativity changed football forever. From the streets of Porto Alegre to the grand stages of Barcelona and Milan, Ronaldinho made the impossible look effortless. For João, that legacy was both a gift and a mountain to climb. Born in 2005, he began training in Brazil before earning a place at Cruzeiro's academy. Coaches noticed early signs of his father's touch, quick feet, confidence on the ball, and a natural sense of rhythm in his play. In 2023, he made headlines when he joined Barcelona's youth setup, the same club where Ronaldinho once wore the number 10 and inspired millions. His time at La Masia gave him a taste of elite European football. He played as a left-back, often stepping into midfield to carry the ball forward with composure. Scouts described him as technically sound and calm under pressure, traits that reflected his football upbringing. In 2024, he transferred to Burnley's under-21 team in England to continue developing his career and gain experience in a more physical environment. Now 20, he is still chasing consistency, still searching for his breakthrough moment. His journey is not one of overnight fame, but of learning to build an identity separate from his father's legend. Whether his career reaches Europe's top stages or not, he's already achieved something rare, carrying a legacy with respect, patience, and quiet determination. So, do you think greatness can actually be passed down, or is every legend's child forced to start from zero? Comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.